Here again, in this captivity, we were in captivity in Egypt, and we were walking free, and the Egyptians came to get us, and this thing was protecting us. So when you see these things again in the sky, you should know that they're here to protect us. Not everybody, just these people. You Mexicans, American Indians, and you so-called Negroes. But you damn Edomites, you're going to catch a bad one. Just know that. You're going to catch a hot one, like the brother said. This is not for you. It is for you, but it's for your destruction. And this specific picture right here is from an actual event that happened in Los Angeles called the Battle of LA. They just made a movie about it and took it all the way out of context and created a big lie around it.
It is going to be a battle of LA though.
That's right.
You know, because the chance is going to be zapping you motherfuckers, man.
That's right.
It's going to be a battle of Babylon.
And that movie Cloverfield was about the same thing. So go check that out. That's the Battle of LA right there. But in the Battle of LA, they had it so that the so-called white man won the skirmish or whatever it was, the little battle. Well, this was an actual event that happened, I believe, in the 1940s. And right here, they got these floodlights illuminating what is a chariot. I don't know if you can see that for the edification. There's a chariot right here. And they got the flood lamps trying to illuminate it so that they can shoot their artillery at it. That's what you see up in here. Because that's an actual event that happened. And the Most High was probably just letting Esau know that your days are numbered. You better enjoy the next 30 years. Because shortly after that, your downfall started. The true downfall of the so-called white man started about 1969, when this truth was firmly being established. When they tried to set their nest above the stars. Thence will the Most High bring you down. So right now we're going to continue to bring out the truth of what these craft are and what their function is. Did you finish on that? Yeah, did you finish the story?
And it came to pass that in the morning, watched the Lord look unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they dragged them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the force of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength. When the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea.
That's right. That's the true story of the Exodus. You can't have the story of the Exodus without this.
Archaeology backs it up.
That's right. And Jacques Cousteau and his son did a little underwater expedition. They went out there to the Red Sea. And they went underwater with their underwater cameras, and they saw chariots, chariot wheels, still intact from that same era, to prove that this is an actual true story. Esau always does that. He goes out and he does an expedition to go check and see if the Bible is accurate. And every time when they come back. They're in more horror than when they left, because they're finding out that every word out of this, none of these shall fail. None of these prophecies shall fail.
And that's the reason why in Revelations it says the earth shall help the woman. And that woman is talking about the Israel. And how is the earth helping the woman through archaeology? Because all you fucking crackers, man, you believe that the Bible is fake, it's a fiction? A fictional book, and God doesn't exist, but all your so-called science backs everything that the Bible says, man. Because the earth is helping the woman, man. And that goes with the Noah's Ark too, man. They found Noah's Ark.
Right. That's right. All of these things. They found Sodom and Gomorrah in ashes with radiation still coming out, letting you know it was a nuclear blast that blasted that place, which is an example of what's going to happen right here.
About that. And they so-called found Lot's wife, and Lot's wife's so-called pillar, man. Pillar of salt.
That's right. He don't stop no more. That he might know. He might turn around and come over, try to creep up. He used to come by and get sliced up all the time.
So all the good foods getting sliced up.
So that's right. Give me a 2 Kings. Read up a little, like 2 and 10.
Kings 2 and 10. The 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 10. And he said, Thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee, but if not, it shall not be so.
This is Elijah the prophet having a discussion. He's having a dialogue with Elisha, his protege. And Elijah already knows that he's going to be taken up. It was already made known to him, because he's telling his protege, Elisha, that he's going to be taken away. And then it happens. That's what we read right there. Read it again.
And he said, Thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee, but if not, it shall not be so. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.
There it is. A whirlwind. Now, I will give it to Cecil B. DeMille. He did use a whirlwind of fire, but he didn't show what the actual physical manifestation was that went before the children of Israel, that fought for the children of Israel, that held back the Egyptians so that the advancing army couldn't kill any of the Israelites. Another name for the chariots is a whirlwind or a cloud. So when you see that word, it very well could be talking about a so-called UFO, as the so-called white man calls it. Read on. Now Elisha's going to call it by name.
And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel.
That's right. Elisha saw it, and he called it by name. Read that again.
And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel.
My father, the chariot of Israel. You know that song, Swing Low, Sweet what?
Chariot.
That's right. We're reading the Bible today. In truth and sincerity, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Read that again. What did Elisha see?
And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more. And he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in 2 pieces.
That's right. He knew he wasn't going to see Elijah no more. So he did a little Israelite ritual, and he tore his clothes. I saw that on that I saw that in that little gutter rap movie, The Jazz Singer, when his son left him, and he tore his clothes, because that was them stealing our legacy, our heritage. That's what them gutter rats did. As soon as they saw an opening, they saw that the Most High wasn't on our side anymore. They tried to step in and steal our heritage, like the Most High don't see what's going on, or like they could actually pull that off. But the Most High knows, he sees you. He knows who his children are, and he knows the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Come.
It's Micah chapter 2, verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
That's right. That's what you gutter rats are about. Amalek, all y'all, Teman, all of you.
And that's the reason why at the UN assembly, that's I believe still happening right now, you have Bibi Netanyahu talking about how Iran is this close to making a nuclear bomb or whatnot. But throughout his whole speech, when he was talking about the state and nation of Israel, he didn't mention the Most High not one time, man, because they're not the Most High's chosen people, man.
That's right. And the same thing with Yahweh Shai, the one you ignorantly know as Jesus Christ. These so-called Jews, they don't believe in Jesus Christ. Why? Because they know that he's a so-called black man.
They don't even believe in the Bible.
Yeah, they say that they...
That's why they got the Talmud.
They say they adhere to the first 5 books, the Torah and the Tanakh. But they don't go any further than that, because it starts describing what these people actually look like, and it ain't them.
Damn sure ain't no fucking goots.
So real soon, you're going to start seeing these things. And if you have no clue, which a bunch of you don't have a clue what is about to come on the earth. So keep taking your pictures and keep sightseeing.
Gangnam style. That's that song called. Fucking Goots, man. Hey, Goots is just fucking, they was put on the earth just for people to laugh at them.
That's right. Yo,
We was talking about that on the conference call too. Fucking Goots, man.
God. But you got the finest ones from each nation.
I'll take a bath. I'll take a Lucy Lou any day, man. Right. Shit, but I'm just saying. Goots is something to laugh at.
So one of the names of the chariots of the Most High are the chariots of Israel. Israel meaning these people on this sign. So they're on our side. Unless you one of the 2/3, they ain't on your side yet, Johanna. They coming to get you. Right along with your daddy, the so-called white man.